early in the morning.
Wakey, wakey, eggs and bacon.
And UFC Breakfast with Corey Cotter and Sam Zayden. Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. UK. And UFC Talk Radio, the voice of the Toon Army.
Good morning, lovely people, and a very, very warm welcome, as always, to the breakfast show here on NUFC Talk TV. I'm your host, Corey, and we are joined, as always, by a beautiful Semi boy. How are you, mate?
Good morning, lads and lasses. Yeah, great, mate. Yeah, can't complain. What about you?
Good, bro. Good. What you been up to, Semi boy? Working hard,
Oh,
mate?
it's just, mate, hardly working these days, mate.
Hardly working, mate. Just sitting behind.
Yeah, mate. Whenever you got
shop.
buffalo grass, forget it. Game over, mate.
Do I have a little quick story for you, Semi boy? So you know I had my exams today, Sam.
Yeah.
Well, Corey decided to be a little bit of a mastermind for his exam today. So I literally wrote out an entire transcript from my exam book on my leg. I had it fully prepared to go for the exam. But due to my fluctuating weight and my big fat thighs and the very, very hot weather here in Australia, we're approaching summer. By the time I got to the exam, I just had a fountain of ink running down my leg. Bro, it was so bad, eh? Like, my teacher just looked at me and he's like, "What's all that coming out of your leg, Corey?" I said, "Oh, sir, I think my pen must have exploded." So I had to run to the bathroom, wipe off an entire transcript from my leg, and then I got back into the exam. And somehow I did pass, guys. So there must be a guy out there watching for me. So I didn't need me notes. But yeah, guys, a little quick story at the start of the show. But yeah, a very warm welcome to you all on this breakfast show. Guys, if I could always remind you to please put a like down on this video. And the comment once the video has finished goes a huge way in helping the channel and me and Semi here on the breakfast show. But
I just feel like with that story, man, I feel like you were trying to do the opposite of what Michael Jackson did, mate.
What's that?
You went from black to white. You're trying to go from white to black.
I've done a reverse, mate. I've done a reverse. But yeah, we've got a pretty big show this morning. Obviously, international break is coming to an end. Thank the Lord above. We're finally getting back into competitive domestic football. But we will do a little bit of a run through today's show. So we're going to talk about Big Nick Waltemade getting another goal and how the German team is just... They look so much better at facilitating and providing for big Nick Waltemade. So we'll have a look at that. Why is Germany creating so many more chances for him compared to us? The Newcastle United Foundations dinner was also on. Some very, very interesting things. Eddie Howe was obviously inducted into the Hall of Fame. So very big for Eddie. And a few other things came out of that. We got a Trips interview, which I thought was very interesting, and a few local legends from around the Toon did get recognised. So I thought it was a pretty beautiful night, to be honest, around the club. And then we've got some
hopefully it gets them going.
Yeah, 100%. And then we also have some injury updates for the City game coming up. So a lot to get into. But before we dive into the German game and Big Nick Waltemade, we will have a look at a few of the people in the chat. Say good morning. So we've got Darren in the chat, as always, mate. An absolute legend here on the breakfast show. Darren, thanks for
going, Darren. Of course.
We've got Still Bad Dad saying morning, Aussies, mate. And a very warm welcome to you as well. Lynn, another regular on the channel. Lynn also saying that it is snowing over there in the UK.
Well, I wish you could bring some on this side, mate. It's been 35 degrees down here, so...
Yeah, it's pretty much a bloody sauna down here. Pretty much a sauna down here in Australia at the moment. But yeah, so let's get straight into it. So Big Nick Waltemade getting another goal. The bloke scores every game he decides to play in at the moment. He is an absolute beast. Semi, did you get to watch the game at all? Did you get to see any of the highlights from that game?
No, I haven't, to be honest with you. I haven't watched any of the games. I saw the goal, though. Great header.
Yeah,
they do have quality. That's what you got to remember. And the Germans, they know how to play a game of football, you know. So they do tend to control the ball. They do tend to whip in some good crosses, as you could see. If you whip in a good cross and this guy gets at the end of the header, I mean, most likely he's going to score the goal. I mean, learn. That's what we want our team to do. Learn how to cross the ball to Nick Voldemare, and I promise you, he will get more goals.
For sure, for sure. And earlier, a few of the shows we've done on the breakfast show here, Semi has been screaming out to see a 4-2-3-1. And that is evidently the position, the formation that Germany does implement. So I did write a few notes on this game, guys. So I'm going to get into my match of the day, my tactical analysis here. It might be dreadful, it might not be, but this is just a little thing that I wrote why I feel Germany.
Mate, he's like doing exams, doing his homework for the podcast, mate. You're doing everything. You're on
mate,
fire,
I'm a man of many talents, mate, and a master of bloody none of them. But yeah, so Germany, obviously, like we said, they do play a 4-2-3-1. And in that 4-2-3-1, they do have a recognised number 10. And wide players who like to come inside. So he always has support close to him. When he does drop in fact, Gnabry often runs centrally and drags defenders away, opening space for quick combinations, which we see Big Nick Automate absolutely thrives on.
We're definitely missing that.
Yeah, with Gnabry filling in centrally when Automate drop deeps, that means that Automate receives the ball a lot higher and in better positions to finish. At Newcastle, the midfield sits deeper and the wingers stay a lot wider. So he's isolated more and gets far fewer chances. So interesting, Sammy, you've been screaming out for a while to try and play a different system, play a different formation. You've said multiple times without seeing him in this formation that a 4-2-3-1 would benefit him. And now we have got the chance to see him play in that system and we see how much better he does look in that system, obviously with a recognised number 10 and the wider players sort of playing a little bit closer to the 10 and a little bit more centrally, Semi boy. So what do you make of that, Semi? Do you think it's something that we could implement, try and copy similar tactics, or do you think it's a bit too far-fetched to change the whole system to...
No, it can't be too far-fetched because it's not working. I mean, we've been lucky with some of the games that we've played, but as you could see, the majority of the games we've been very dull. We've been clueless in attack. These guys, like I said, they just can't rip a ball in. We can't even string passes together, let alone bloody doing anything. You know, so that's our biggest problem. We're just not stringing passes together. But I think if we do implement that formation, I think it will help us a lot. Because then that way he doesn't have to drop too deep because there's a player right behind him sort of thing, as a centre attacking mid role, which I'd most likely put Bruno there because he can do his little tiki-taka and skillful and he knows how to pick out a pass with obviously our wingers and Tonali. And you got Tonali and Miley as your two centre defensive mids. I think that'll work for us.
Yeah, 100%. Well, you see Germany, they obviously have that double pivot sitting pretty deep. And I feel like that double pivot, it just really allows Germany's fullbacks to get up a lot higher, the wide players to have a lot more freedom. And that number 10, you know, he doesn't have to worry about dropping back.
Look, it's Wirtz. I'm assuming it's Wirtz, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Wirtz. Well,
they
interchange a lot, but it's usually Wirtz in that 10.
Yeah, but look at the quality we're talking about here, right? I mean, look, they got Wirtz as the centre attacking mid. Then on their right wing, they got Sane, and then on the left wing, they got Gnabry. I mean, that's a pretty decent three right there. I mean, look, as much as Wirtz isn't, that's what I'm saying. Like, as much as Wirtz isn't doing well for Liverpool, Bloke's still an amazing player. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, I don't think the 4-2-3-1 will be that far-fetched to try and implement into this 4-3-3 that we play. I think at times we obviously see two of the midfielders dropping a little bit deeper and then one travels a little bit further forward. But
yeah, so they're like vice versa. They keep moving up and down. Yeah,
exactly right. But I feel like just having that recognised number 10, who that's his job. His job is to create. It is to stay back. Don't worry about coming back because the double pivot, the centre backs and the full backs will be able to do that job. So it just gives the attacking players so much more freedom. But I think the biggest thing that I've taken away watching these Germany games is Serge Gnabry's role in the German side. When Big Nick drops deep, because we all know if you've been watching any games this season, the bloke absolutely loves to drop deep. And Germany do such a good job at when Big Nick does drop deep, Gnabry will always go centrally and he'll make runs as that striker behind Walter. So I feel like once we get Gordon back to full fitness, I think out of all the players that we have in those wide positions, I feel like If we see Gordon come in a little bit more centrally when Big Nick drops deep and sort of plays that striker role in front of him, just having that fluidity in transition, I think, man, that's going to open up our attack so much more.
You know what it is? It's not even about that. It's more like, okay, if you look at the way we used to play with Isaac, okay, we played with that 4-3-3, right? Even though he used to drop deep, he was fast enough to get up there. That's what we've got to remember as well. He was fast enough to get up there. Where Voldemort isn't that fast to get to the position that we need him to get to at the time that we need him to be there. So what needs to happen is, like you're saying, these guys got to shift. As soon as you see, for example, Voldemort drops, this guy has to go in. This guy has to go up. Like, you know what I mean? Like the left back has to go up, or the right back, or vice versa. You know what I mean? They gotta know the timing of shifting those players and moving up at a time as soon as Voldemort drops back. You know, because the only time we really did do that was that goal against Barcelona. If you really looked at it, whenever Voldemort came back and then he flicked it and then they've gone back to the right wing and he's just whipped it right in. And who was there? Anthony Gordon. Anthony Gordon was right there in the middle to finish that goal off, or that play off.
Yeah.
So we need to do that more often, because if we're going to rely on Voldemort getting back up there, it's not going to work. And as you can see, it's not working.
100%, bro. That's why I feel like if Gordon sort of takes on this role that Serge Gnabry does for the German national side, I don't think we're going to suffer from Voltemado's pace. The bloke can make something out of absolutely nothing. And I feel like,
of course,
once he just has one of these wide players coming in for him centrally, that gives him enough time then to get up there. At the moment, none of the wingers that come in centrally to go in front of Big Nick Voltemado. So he's the only vocal point. He's the only front of attack. But the way that Germany, they transition so fluidly, it's beautiful really watching them. Like you said before, we just don't transition as well when our players don't cover for each other.
Definitely not.
When you watch Germany play, it's like each player on each side of the pitch is like bloody connected via Bluetooth, man. Both the fullbacks, they press at the same time, they drop at the same time. The wingers, if Gnabry comes in, then Wirtz will drift out left, Sane will stay out to the right. It's just such a balanced approach to football. But when we sort of try and do
mate, he's drilled him
things,
quite well, Nagelsmann, hasn't he?
Yeah, no, 100%. Well, he's a top quality manager, man.
Mate, you know, honestly, I was talking to someone, mate. I'm like, look, if we are, or if we were to sack Eddie Howe, here's a manager I'd go for.
Yeah, no, he's got top quality. But for me, man, I just feel like it's our transitioning, trying to cover places. We're so poor at doing it. We've seen in most games as of late, when big BDB decides to go a little bit further forward and we see Joe Linton try and cover that left back position, the other two midfielders, they don't know what's going on. They get so isolated and we often just get ran straight through. So whenever our players are transitioning, the other players on the team, they're just too slow to react to that. And I feel like we get caught out so often with it, man. So for me, I think it's just a matter of tactics. I think we can definitely sharpen up a few of these things. And
of course,
just with a bit more of a balanced approach, man, I think would be playing such better football. But it's just like the players don't really know their positions at the moment and when to cover for who.
Look, it's a bit of that, but it's not. I mean, these guys have been playing a long time together. They should know. I mean, if you look at the starting lineup, there's really not much that has changed since last season, other than Voldemort.
No.
And like obviously Malik Chow, but that's a centre back. Like, how much does a centre back have a role in our attack?
Yeah, for sure.
You know,
I just think
sorry, go.
No, when I was watching these German games, man, I just said, like, we've got the quality to do what they're doing. We might not have as much quality as the German national team, but Gordon can play that Gnabry role absolutely fantastically. I believe he would play absolutely unreal coming in centrally when Big Nick drops a little bit deeper. And then I feel like once Tino comes in and we have that pace back, then I feel like our midfield are going to stay in better positions and not going to have to be covering as much. So it is something to look out for. But like I said, when I was watching those games, I thought it was just screaming out that it's something that we can implement at Newcastle to get the best out of Voltemado. And I do hope to see that implemented against Manchester City.
Well, I think if we do what Germany is doing, I think we can. And we've got the players to do it. It's not a problem. It's just implementing it. And I think now with Hoare in the squad, I think you will see that shift a lot easier and a lot better.
Yeah, guaranteed. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, as soon as Hoare's back in that left position, I don't think Joe Linton or wherever's playing on that left central mid is going to have to cover for him
Yeah,
as much.
not as much anyway. So
yeah, it's going to be a night and day difference. But
yeah,
I would also like to see, man, I feel like we would play so good in a 4-2-3-1 with a
100%.
dedicated 10 and that double pivot playing deeper. I think would the night and day difference in the football.
Look, it's been 4 years since we haven't played with a number 10. I think it's time to do that because, I feel like as well, what it does look like is teams have sort of worked us out. I mean, for us to be playing this poorly, I mean, teams have sort of worked us out. I mean, change the tactics a bit, get somebody off guard, and we'll see how we play. Because we've been playing that 4-3-3 for the last 4 years.
Yeah, I guarantee. Well, that's the thing, man. Like that formation can be so fluid, but at the moment, it just seems like we set up that 4-3-3 the exact same way in every single game. There's no
every single game. Yeah, everyone's gonna know what we do. No, everyone's gonna know what we're gonna do. It's not hard. I mean, you're versing Newcastle. Okay, they're playing the 4-3-3. I mean, I can tell you that.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean, man. The 4-3-3 can be the most adaptable formation that there is out there, but we don't adapt to it at all. Like it's just the same static midfield three. Yeah, it's the same problems. It's the same problems. But I thought I'll just mention that because I do think it's something that we can implement, and I do think that look, Big Nick's still banging in goals for us, but he's done it with no service at all. Can you imagine he starts getting the service that he's getting for Germany in the Premier League? Man, he will finish with.
Mate, he scored 3 goals in 2 games, mate. I mean, 100%. Surely we start delivering some balls to this bloke.
Delivering some balls to him.
Yes. Yeah. We'll just keep it at that.
Yeah, guys. So that covers Big Nick. Obviously in fine form, doing what he does best, banging them in. And then next we will get into the Newcastle United Foundations dinner. Some very, very interesting interviews coming out of that. Some big awards. And a very, very wholesome night for the Toon community and everyone around the club. So we will get into that. But before we do, let's get back to the beautiful people in the comments. Darren saying, I wish it was 32 degrees here. It's like 4 degrees. Yeah, I know I heard Win much of this week saying that the November weather over there for you guys is absolutely bloody miserable. So I'm hoping all of you Geordies are staying nice and rugged up at home. And don't worry, guys, we'll take the sunburn for you down here in Oz. Then we had Michael saying, I think Bruno's too slow to play as a 10. I think he's got the legs to play a 10 100%, man. Like some of the best 10s in recent years have been absolutely bloody static in a wheelchair. Yeah, just some of the slowest players are best in the number 10.
But look, it's not we're not playing him there to be fast. That's not what we want. What we want is for somebody to be able to create for our wingers and our striker, because right now with that 4-3-3 information, it's not working. So we need a centre attacking mid, and obviously if we're not going to invest in one, we might as well use probably the best option that we have, which is Bruno Guimaraes. So
yeah, I think Bruno obviously earlier in his career played a lot further up in midfield.
Yeah, of course he did. Yeah,
I think he can play that position fantastic, but it's just whether Tonali and Joe Linton want to play in this double pivot behind him, because I don't think it works if they don't. Like, it doesn't work.
Well, look,
he needs to have that license to stay up there.
Look, the only way it's going to... I don't know. Look, unless we... In attack, that's what we're doing. In defense, we go back to a 4-3-3 or a 1-5-4, as a defense. I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, 1-5-4.
Yeah, so like obviously it'd be a 1-5-4 as defense, and then when you go on your attack, it's a 4-2-3-1.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like Michael, I don't think we necessarily need to bring in a recognised number 10. I think Bruno can do that position, but it's just whether the two people behind him are going to have the defensive, that defensive responsibility to stay back, because it seems like all of them, they just try and take turns. One will go up, then the other two will drop back. Then they don't know who is going to go up next, and there's just no communication between the three of them at the moment. So,
look, whenever we're winning, it works. Whenever we're winning, it works. But obviously, it's not working because we're losing. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Like every day you're turning more and more into Michael Owen, eh?
No. Like last 3 seasons, mate, we did this. We were doing that. It worked for us, but people have worked it out. That's my point. That's why we need to change the formation. We can't keep playing the 4-3-3 and them doing what they're doing.
Yeah, I don't even think, man, like
No, Michael Owen was more obvious than what the hell I was.
Nah, you're just as
the
bad
team that
these
scores
days,
most
mate.
goals wins the game. Well, come on, mate. No, you're joking, right?
I think Sammy said on 3 or 4 breakfast shows ago that you need hamstrings to run, guys. So this is
No, I said you need hips to run because we were talking about Anthony Gordon. Obviously, without hips, you can't run, mate.
Guys, I'm very, very happy to have my own Michael Owen on the breakfast show here. It's an absolute bloody privilege. But yeah, Michael, you could be right. Bruno could be a little bit slow, but we're not going to see it until we do. So we're not too sure on that, Michael. Hopefully we do get to see that in the future. Darren Lee saying, I wonder if Howe will drop Byrne, Pope, J7 and Gordon this weekend and Hall, Miley, Ramsdale, Barnes to start. Sounds like Ilenga is out due to personal reasons. Well, I will just give you guys a little bit of an injury update as we've gotten the latest news. So Anthony Gordon is still touch and go for the game. Eddie Howe said, we will wait and see if he is fit for the game. So, look, I don't think Anthony Gordon is going to start this game, but look, we've seen him with a hip injury start the last 2 games before the international break, so that does not mean anything. We could see him feature, but for me, it's looking pretty unlikely that Gordon will start. We might see him come off the bench.
Look, I'd actually like him to come off the bench if he is fit to play. I mean, because of his speed, he could change the game for us.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think if Gordon, if he was on the bench, man, obviously he knows the talk around his name at the moment, his poor form. I think if that bloke was watching off the bench, man, he would come on with some absolute bloody desire and determination. But we just don't know the extent of this injury. Like, has that been the reason his form's been so bad as of late? Or, like, we just don't know. But I think Semi's got a very good point. I think probably start Barnes ahead of him, man, and bring him off the bench and have that little.
Because you know what you're going to get out of Barnes.
Yeah, reliable, man. Not as reliable as Murphy, but does what he.
But he's reliable. I mean, you know, I don't even remember the last time he had a bad game for us.
No, he's had a few this season, man. Not
this
bad
season,
games,
but
he's just
before,
been a ghost.
Everyone's been bad this season.
Yeah, I don't even think he's been bad as necessarily as he's just not. Like, you just don't know he's on the bloody pitch sometimes, man. Just doesn't touch the ball, just goes ghost for so long. So, Darren, I do think that, well, obviously Byrne's going to be dropped. Pope has been cleared. He has passed all of the concussion protocols. So Nick Pope is in a shout to start this game, but you probably imagine that Ramsdale will get the nod ahead of him, especially with those concussion things. You don't want to rush him back in too soon. I think.
Look, it's been 2 weeks, so the concussion's gone.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Well, it only came out a few days ago that he did pass the concussion protocols. So Nick Pope is an option. J7, I think, is also a shout to start this game. Injury concerns, he has been freed. Sandro Tonali as well, he should be fine for this upcoming game. Obviously, he did withdraw from Italy international duty, dealing with a small knock or something like that. So Tonali is also a big shout for that. And then also Antino Livramento, he's being nursed back. So no confirmed return for the Manchester City game, but it is looking like Everton. We'll see him for the Everton game, and that goes for Weiser as well. He's still training. Don't think we'll see him feature against City. But looking like Tino and Weiser are back for the Everton game, and all those other players should be good for the Manchester City game besides Gordon. So that is
what do you reckon of Tino apparently being linked to Manchester City? Apparently they're gonna go hard for him in the summer.
Well, I think if they're going to come hard for him in the summer, they're going to have to break a bloody fullback transfer record. That's for sure. I think he's going to be the most expensive fullback since friggin' Hakimi or something, man. Like, I don't know what price tag you'd even put on Tino. English fullback, young.
23. What is he? 23, isn't he? But Blake's still young, eh?
Yeah. That'd be such a premium on. Like, I wouldn't take anything less than 75 to 80 for him because I don't think there's a player out there in this market that can replace him at the moment.
No, there isn't.
especially.
I don't know. It's gonna be interesting, man. It's gonna be interesting. Hey, what do I feel? What do I have a feeling that Dan Burns, Eddie Howe, is still playing against Manchester City, even though he's got a red card.
Eddie Howe doing some dodgy paperwork to get him involved for the Manchester City game.
He got him red carded for the Champions League instead of the Premier League.
One of Eddie Howe's greatest tactical achievements. But yeah, Darren, I do think that J7 and Pope will be involved, whether that's off the bench. Gordon and Byrne, maybe.
Jolinton, if he's fit, is starting, bro. I mean, like, we know they're starting. If our main midfield three are fit, they're starting, especially against Manchester City. They're not going to try anything new.
I don't think he's going to chuck Miley in that position.
No way.
Not a chance. I would like to see.
He didn't even play him the last game, from memory. Was it the last game he didn't play him, or was it the one against West Ham?
Yeah, he didn't play him, but obviously he's come off a very good international duty alongside Hall. So, look, man, if you're ever going to play him, this would be a shout. Big physical presence, but I think Semi's right. We're probably going to see the old tried and trusted Eddie Howe's boys. So, let's see, man. Let's see. But thank you very much for your comment, Darren. Then we have Craig here. A very, very warm welcome, Craig. He says, morning, guys. Looking forward to another great show and congratulations on passing your exam, Corey. Thank you very much, Craig. Let me see. I'm going to try this out, but let me know if you guys can hear this in the background. Giving myself a crowd applause for an exam is absolutely criminal, mate, but I'll take it. Thank you very much, Craig. And then we have Sensible Monica. Welcome back, Sensible. We haven't seen you on the breakfast show, mate. We've been missing you, so very, very nice to have you back, Monica. He says, all four of our wingers are underperforming, including Murphy compared to last season. That's too much of a coincidence. It is clearly a tactical managerial issue. Look, man, I think out of all of them, Murphy is probably the only one that you can say has been performing this season consistently. We've seen sprouts and short bursts from Gordon and Barnes, but I think Murphy has hands down been our most reliable. But for all of the other wingers, man, you're 100% right, Sensible, 100% right.
Yeah, they have been quite disappointing and underperforming, that's for sure.
So yeah, we all agree with you here, Sensible. But don't worry, I think Gordon and the Barnes are going to start firing soon. And once we have that dependability on the left wing, man,
mate, let's hope so. Let's just hope so. Like, this is such a big game. It's actually huge. And it's not even huge for Man City. It's huge for us. Like, I mean, far out, mate. We need a good win against like a good side. Just get some form going.
Catalyst for our season if that is the case. But we will get into the Manchester City game, but we will try and catch up with all of your comments before we do recap the Foundation's celebration dinner. So Gog says, rest Gordon and J7. Not seen enough of them in games. We needed them. Yeah, well, like I said, I think Gordon is a major doubt for starting this game. And look, man, if J7's fit, I think everyone in this chat knows that J7 is starting. So, unfortunately,
look, they've had 2 weeks rest, so there's no excuses now.
Yeah, none whatsoever. They've had time to prepare. Eddie's had time to prepare for this game for 2 weeks now. Let's hope we see him pull out an absolute bloody masterclass. Absolute masterclass.
Fingers crossed, mate. Fingers crossed.
That's it. And then we'll get to 2 more comments and then we will recap the Foundation's dinner because it was a very, very interesting night. Darren saying, I have a feeling Gordon will still be out injured, but Elenga might be missing for personal reasons. Yeah, look, obviously Elenga did withdraw from the Sweden camp due to some personal reasons. So I think it will probably be very unlikely that we do see him feature against Manchester City, unfortunately. But yeah, and also, like I said, with Gordon, I think he'll be on the bench, but I don't think he will be starting. And then Darren giving us a little bit of breaking news. Thank you very much, Darren. Ex-manager Steve McLaren quit his Jamaica job. Breaking news. Rastafari Steve McLaren. That is insane, man. I forgot that he was even managing the Jamaicans. I don't think he's done too well with them as well, because I think they missed out on the World Cup qualification too. So
They
big
did.
McLaren, mate, not doing a bloody good job with them either. Not doing.
I don't think he's done a good job anywhere he's gone.
The bloke has not found too much success. That is
No,
for sure.
no. Like, you know what? I was looking at that team that we had, whenever we had McLaren as our coach, and that team that we got relegated in. Mate, how did that team get relegated? Honestly,
Steve
go
McLaren,
back.
Steve McLaren
Yeah.
as a gaffer, mate, is probably a clear indication.
Honestly, I don't even know how that side got relegated. If you look at the team we had, it was a pretty decent side.
Yeah, well, like you said, man, like in the last 10 years, I don't think he's found too much success.
You know what?
Anywhere.
We've had some bloody shockers. Look, even Joe Kinnear, God rest his soul, but he once he was our manager, right? And then he was trying to see players to sign and that sort of stuff. So he was looking at a guy called Ferguson, Can't remember what his first name was. And he's like, mate, I really like this kid. So he's watched him a couple of times, then he's gone to the board and he's told him, look, I really like this kid. And the board looks at him, they're like, he's actually a Newcastle player that we've loaned out. Would you believe that?
Bro, that is absolutely shocking. To be honest, with our current loan manager, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a repeat of that at the moment, bro. That guy's been getting some serious flack.
When I read that article, I'm like, no chance. Like, oh, no way. I'm like, is this the crap we've got at the club? I'm like, oh, God.
Absolutely bloody shocking. But guys, we will quickly recap the Foundation's celebration dinner. So over 400 people attended the event. The Newcastle United Foundation held their annual celebration dinner at St. James's Park this week, honouring amazing achievements from people across the Northeast. The first team, the women's team, club executives and legends were all there. Eddie Howe was officially inducted into the Newcastle United Hall of Fame alongside legends Glenn Roeder and John Anderson. Award winners of the night included young people overcoming huge challenges, like Austin, who lived with muscular dystrophy, Alia, who recovered from a stroke at the age of just 10 years old, and Elijah, who unfortunately did lose his father and is currently looking after his mother as a carer. So absolutely unreal local legends who were being recognised by the club. Families like the Collinsons were recognised for their commitment to foundation programs, and adults like Jake and David were honoured for rebuilding their lives and giving back to communities. The night finished with the Community Champion Award going to brothers Ken and Keith, who've reconnected and rebuilt their health through watching football. It was a brilliant reminder of how much the foundation does for the club, delivering over 1 million hours of activities every year and genuinely changing lives across the region. Sammy boy, very, very wholesome night for everyone involved.
It is, and congratulations to him, mate. Definitely.
Yeah, especially to those young people, Alia and the others who are going through some absolutely horrible times at the moment. But finally, they did get a little bit of recognition by all the 400 people that were at the event, and the wider Newcastle family. So, guys, just a beautiful night for all of those families and people involved. And then also very, very big news for some of the players and staff, with Eddie Howe getting inducted into the Hall of Fame. Sammy boy, who would have thought about a week and a half ago when 45% of the fan base was asking Eddie Howe out that he'd be getting inducted into the Hall of Fame, mate?
Look, I actually think they did it on purpose.
To sort of quiet this down a bit.
Quiet it down a bit. Yeah, I think so. Look, I think eventually he was gonna get it, considering where we were, what he's done for us, winning us our first cup. Mate, most likely he's gonna get a statue outside of St James's Park or our new stadium eventually, for doing that and breaking that, and well deserved to him. But I think it was more just to quieten things down and give everyone a bit of a boost, I think.
Yeah, it would be very, very smart, sort of by the club to try and quiet down a few of these presses and these journalists putting out these stories, and maybe just give a little bit of a little bit of a pillow, a little bit of a cushion to Eddie. But like you said, Semi, in all honesty, man, out of all the managers that we've had at the Toon in recent years, I think if anyone's deserving of being inducted into the Hall of Fame, it is Eddie. Like, he took us over in absolute relegation form, in a relegation position. 4 years later, we've won our first trophy in 70 odd years.
Mate, and we lost
the
final as well. Yeah, so we've been to two finals.
Two finals. We're 3 games
you know
away
what I mean?
from a third final.
It's like people keep forgetting like the things that he's done. Like year in, year out, he's done things for the team and for the club. Like honestly, he's done an unbelievable job. Like he's transformed it. So like now you've got expectation. Why? It's not because of us spending money as well, but it's because of Eddie Howe. Him making those Champions League, him making those cup finals, winning the cup. Like he's given you that expectation. So now whenever he's out of form a bit, say him and the team, I mean, you can't just go and say, "Oh yeah, I want him sacked." Mate, just calm it down a bit. Let him try and turn it around before you sack the bloke.
Exactly right, man. Like I fully agree, and I think he definitely deserves this Hall of Fame induction. Whether it came
I think so too.
A little bit early, does it add a little bit more pressure onto Eddie now getting inducted into the Hall of Fame, or does it take
I don't think so. I actually think they use that as a motivator.
As a motivator, or to quiet down a few of the fans.
I think both.
Sure. Yeah.
I think to quieten down things and as a motivator, mate. Look, you've done a brilliant job. Just go out there and do it again, mate. I'm telling you, if there's a person that's going to turn it around for us, it's going to be Eddie Howe.
I guarantee it, man. Well, that's the thing. Like, it was just a reminder for me, when I saw this Hall of Fame thing. I've been critical of Eddie Howe in these past few weeks, just due to some of his in-game management. But, like, man, all the credit that he has brought in the bank at the moment, like, absolutely revolutionised this club. Let's not forget, guys, we were absolutely relegation fodder when he came in. He got us our first trophy in 70-odd years, took us to a second final, 2 Champions League campaigns back-to-back. And guys,
mate, we were winless.
We're 3 games away from a third final in 4 years, Semi. Like, it's absolutely unreal, man, for a club in the position that we were in.
100%, mate. The last time we made a final was 99 before this.
Yeah. So let's not forget what he's done for the club, guys. I know
like he's done unbelievable for the club. Like that's what I'm trying to say, though. Like I think what he's done, he's built a reputation for the team, for the club, to be performing. And once obviously the team isn't performing, obviously they're going to feel the pressure, because now there's expectation, and it's not just expectation from the fans. I mean, there's expectation from the media as well that Newcastle should be doing well. So that adds to the pressure too, because if you ask most of the pundits, what do they tell you? Oh, Newcastle should be at least in that top 5. Doesn't say, oh, they don't deserve to be anywhere near it. So there is pressure, but they just got to overcome it. And with the wins, that pressure gets less and less. Obviously, Michael Owen.
Well, like we said, this foundation dinner, it was so incredible as a person, obviously, over living in Australia. We don't get to see sort of the day in, day out around the city, around the club, the people who make Newcastle what it is. So from an outside point of view, looking at a night like that night was a beautiful thing, to be honest, and put it into those words. It was absolutely beautiful. And I think it just brings a bit of a togetherness around the club and around the squad, man. There's only so much that team building and all these sessions can do, but when the players, the coaches, the staff, they get to see some of these local legends that we're celebrating on that night, see what this club means to the fans, and see the great work that most of these players and the staff have done, I think it's just really going to motivate them, man. They shouldn't need motivation, I understand that, but this can be a huge catalyst. Just even that night, Semi.
That's what I mean. Like, it could be a game changer for us. All it takes is something as simple as like an inductee of Eddie Howe into the Hall of Fame that would change everything.
Yeah.
But even like you said, all those wholesome moments, they bring feelings out of people that you don't have, like you haven't felt in a while, you know. So yeah, good on them, and keep up the good work, guys. That's the best way you can get through all this sort of stuff.
especially when the players are sitting there and they're listening to stories like Alias, who obviously dealt with the stroke at a very, very young age. Then you had Elijah, the poor kid, man, lost his father. His mum's also very sick, so he's looking after his mum, going to school, doing all of this. Like, as a Newcastle player, as a Newcastle coach, anyone involved with the on the pitch day-to-day stuff, you're listening to those stories, man, and you've just got to be filled with inspiration, and just you got to be raring out there to go out against Manchester City and getting the results for some of these people, which it means so much.
100%. Because like these guys, as much as they're doing their own thing, they dedicate their time and their effort to watch you as well play. That's what they got to understand, and that's what they got to remember. Like, mate, you've got a massive fan base behind you. So, and there's obviously there's happy ones, there's sad ones, there's a lot of people that are grieving. I mean, it's just the way of life. But now you've seen a bit of it, so it might give them that motivation that they need just to go out there and perform a bit better. So we'll see what happens.
I fully agree. I think this foundation dinner, it should be an absolute massive catalyst and hopefully a turning point for the club. But a few other interesting things did happen at the foundation dinner. Kieran Trippier was interviewed at the dinner. Kieran Trippier spoke about the last game against Manchester City with his bloody bullet of a free kick going into the top corner. So that was good to speak about that. He spoke about backing Eddie Howe. Like he said, he expects him to be here for the long term. Kieran Trippier has worked with Howe for a very, very long time, and he said, I'll fully back the manager to make things right. And very interesting, Semi, he was asked about a potential return to the England setup. Obviously, Kieran Trippier has been retired from international football. But Trips did leave the door open. He said, look, if Tuchel needs me and wants me to be a part of the squad, then I'll be more than happy to do that. So very interesting by Trips, man. A potential return to international football if Tommy Tuchel did ever ask him, man. It sounds like he's pretty keen to get back into the England setup.
Look, to be honest with you, with James there and Arnold, I don't think that he's got any opportunity to get back. It just depends whether they both get injured. Unless he wants to put him there just in case they do get injured. Because, look, we do know they are injury prone. So, I mean, there is a possibility of that happening. But then again, like, whenever he's talking about Eddie Howe, he does back the manager. I mean, like, what player in their right mind is going to say, you know what, I don't back the manager that plays for the club? Like, it's just, you know what I mean? He has to say it. He's got no choice. Unless now once he leaves and he's like, you know, mate, he's like, had no bloody idea what he's talking about. No, but I'm just trying to say, like, yeah, it's just, it's normal. He has to say what he has to say, I guess.
Bloke is like the most media-trained player we've got at the club. He's just a robot, in interviews. Just
100%.
a robot, man. Just
even Tonali
is. And paste. At least Tonali, bloody, brings out some quotes that makes news stories and stuff like that.
News stories, bloody the internet almost broke. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you're not getting any of that with Kieran Trippier. The bloke, it's like he's been at PR school for the last 12 years of his life.
That's what I'm saying. Like, Tonali, you got to learn off Trips.
Yeah, mate, get Trips in there. That's why we need Trips to stay at the club after his playing career is done.
Professionalism.
Get him involved. Yeah, teach some of these players your professional enactment, mate. So, guys,
teach them how to take interviews.
Yeah, and free kicks as well. But Trips was also asked about the free kick situation. He did say that he hasn't been able to take any really free kicks in any dangerous positions this season. So, look, man, I would absolutely love to see Trips on a few of these set pieces.
Can I ask you, when have we had one?
Yeah, like a designated bloody...
No. I mean, when have we had a free kick in front of the...
in a good position?
Like this season? I actually don't remember, like, us... The reason why I don't remember it is because of the way we've been playing, and we don't know how to use our strikers because they don't go at the defenders. We keep playing out wide. We don't go through the middle, so that's why you're never going to get those free kicks. But then again, if we were to get them, who's going to take them?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a bloody long time before we see.
Okay, Fabian Schär from the bench is coming on.
Anymore. Yeah, big bloody. Do not want to see that at all. So,
like, Fabian's just probably taken about 20 of them and he's missed them all. I don't think he's put one.
Just knuckleball it, mate. Hoof.
That's what he tries to do that, yeah.
Yeah, guys. So a very, very beautiful night at the foundation dinner, celebration of the club. Very, very beautiful. And yeah, so we will get to a few more of the comments, guys, but I did just want to cover that night because I thought it was absolutely unreal to highlight some of the people around the club. Sensible Monica says, John Anderson, Hall of Fame, nice guy, but what has he done to deserve that accolade? Sammy boy, do you know much about John Anderson, mate? Because I certainly don't. Being a young lad myself, I don't know too much about the bloke, so I wouldn't be able to
Not
help
really.
you out with that sensible moniker. I would not be
Yeah,
able
no.
to help you out, mate. Unfortunately.
Definitely not.
But, yeah. Let us know, guys. A few of our older Toon fans or a few more of these more seasoned Toon fans. What did he do for the club and why do you think he did get inducted? Then we've got Tony. A very, very warm welcome to you, Tony, mate. Glad to have you back on the Brekkie Show. Tony says, how could have 2 months to prepare for this game? We still ain't getting anything from the Man City game. Tony, mate, I'm going to come back to this comment once we beat them 1-0, mate, or 2-1, I'm saying. We're going to win 2-1. I'll be coming back to this comment. I'll be flexing my muscles because we just got to go in with a bit of optimism, mate. Optimism might be absolutely stupid, but we've had the international break. We've had the foundation dinner, a bit of inspiration for the players. And it's at St. James's Park, man, so anything is possible.
So
Tony.
what is your optimism that you think that we're going into this game with, Corey?
I'm just optimistic, mate. If you're not optimistic,
What do you mean optimistic?
then
Yeah, but what is it?
hopeless. What is it? I'll tell you
What
why
is your
I'm
optimism?
optimistic. I'll tell you why I'm optimistic, Sammy.
Why? Because we're great at counter-attacking football.
Tell
me why you're optimistic.
Yeah, I think I might have to buy myself a bit of time here, Sammy, why I'm optimistic. So
yeah. A little bit. There's not much going on up there, mate.
No, man, I'm optimistic because one, we've had a 2-week break. The players have had times to be away from the camp, be around different environments. Howe's had a bit more time to prepare. Obviously not with the players, but he's had a bit more time to prepare, think about the game. Hasn't been under much scrutiny during the international break, which is always a good thing. Like I said just before, man, we've had this beautiful foundation dinner here and all of these inspirational stories around the club. And the players were present at that night. So I think that's going to be a big, big motivating factor for some of the players. And the third reason, Sammy boy, we've got to win the bloody game, man, because if we don't win this game, the media is going to come after us like no tomorrow. The media is going to kill us. They're going to hound us, man.
No, not really, because losing to Manchester City is a norm. There's nothing wrong with it. But I wanted to just know what you're optimistic about, because I mean, like, is it still us counter-attacking or what? So like now with all that motivation that you're talking about, surely we go out and attack them a bit, don't you reckon?
Me and Sammy, we've gone over this a few times. Sammy obviously wants to be on the front foot for this game. He wants to go full throttle at Manchester City, go attack for attack. For me, I want to be a little bit more pragmatic. I want to sort of soak up the pressure, hit him on the brakes with our pace, get one of the wingers to hold up the ball, slot it back into Big Nick. Bang, mate, we've won the game. That's my tactical analysis for the game, Sammy boy, and that's how I think we're going to win it, mate. So, yeah.
Rightio, mate.
Sammy is absolutely defeated and sick of dealing with my nonsense. So we will get into a little bit of an argument, I am sure, when we do the Manchester City cover a little bit later in the show. But we'll save that argument for later in the show, guys.
Yeah, it's always we always save the best for last, guys.
Save the best for last. That's the way it is, guys. That's the way it is. Connor is saying that the Chronicle is reporting an update on Botman. Newcastle are understood to have now started talks on a new deal for Sven Botman after face-to-face talks with Eddie Howe, according to media in Holland. I think that's absolutely fantastic news. Is that the case? If that is the case, We've covered how many defenders we're going to lose at the end of this season if we don't renew contracts. I think we're losing, I think it's 4 first-team defenders, man. So we've got to retain all of the current defenders that we do have on these longer contracts.
Yeah, definitely. No, he's a player that he's a bloody oath, mate. Botman. Look, nobody's like remembering that this guy's just come back from an ACL injury. Yeah? This is his first season back, so like you guys got to give him a bit of time for him to hit that form again. But then again, he's been playing outside of Dan Burn for most of the time as well. So everyone's just give him a bit of time. Now with Lewis Hall in the team, I'm telling you, you're gonna see a different Botman. Blake's gonna be an absolute unit.
Reliable, man. I think
he has been reliable. It's
just
who's next to him hasn't. So it's put him under pressure.
Yeah, he hasn't got caught out that much. So yeah, I think all of us at the club would be very, very
mate. Him and Malik Chow have been absolutely rock solid, man.
For sure. And then Gogs is saying, Corey and Sam, what is your preferred 11 to start? Yeah, guys, if you do want to ask any questions, just put a Q in front of them. I know I'm a little bit behind on the comments as always, but just put a Q in front of your comment, guys, and we'll make sure to answer that at some point in the show. But Semi Boy, you want to start with your 11 for the game?
For this game in particular, or like in general?
For the City game.
For the City game, obviously, it's going to be, I'd have Ramsdale, and then you're going to have Trippier, Chow, Botman, and Hall. And then I'd have as my... Yeah, and then I'd have as... I'm doing it as a 4-3-2-1. That's what I'm doing it as. Sorry, a 4-2-3-1.
Yeah, go.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. All right, and then I'm going to have Tonali and Lewis Miley as my backs. And then I'm going to have Murphy, Bruno, and if it's not Gordon, Barnes. It just depends who's fit. If Gordon's fit, I'll put Gordon because he always plays his best starting 11. And I will put Willock up front. No, Voldemort, of course, mate. This is Blake. Bloody face was priceless, mate.
Alright, bro. I thought I was going to have to cancel
mate,
the live
you like a
guys.
Jew, mate. I reckon I hooked all of you.
So you went fishing with that comment. I nearly had a bloody cardiac arrest. I nearly died of secondhand embarrassment, man. I was so close to ending the stream on the spot. Far out, man.
Oh, Sam was going fishing big time, bro. I got a fair few, mate.
What was your midfield three?
So obviously it's a 4-2-3-1. So I'm having Miley and Tonali, and then I'm having Bruno as our centre attacking mid.
And then you're starting Gordon instead of Barnes.
If Gordon's fit, yes, I'm starting Gordon because Gordon's our best left wing guy. But he's better than Barnes. Even though he's not performing that way, but he's better than Barnes. So you always start
taking this injury. We've got to take this isn't just a dream 11. It's not what we want to see. We've got to sort of try and be realistic with the 11. I don't think.
Yeah, because if he's fit, he's starting.
I know, but I don't think he's fit. This is what I'm saying, man. I don't think he's going to be fit for this game.
Mate, when has Eddie Howe said that? Oh yeah, you know what? He's guys fully fit, raring to go, and we're going to see him on the weekend. Have you heard that before?
100%, man. Well, that's what we've seen him getting criticism for the West Ham game. We saw him getting criticism for the Brentford game, playing him when he was injured. So with all of this criticism that he's been getting, I think he's going to be a little bit hesitant to go put him in, especially after he's had to withdraw from England games and all of this. I don't think we're going to see him start at all, man. Highly unlikely for me. I would like, if he's fit, I'd like to see him start. I think he'll be an absolute
That's what I'm saying. If he's fit, he's starting. If he's not fit, he won't start, obviously.
Yeah. Well, Gogs, I think I've got a very similar team to Semi Boy. I've got the exact same defense as Semi. Midfield.
Even Willock a striker?
Yeah, mate. I wouldn't mind Willock. I wouldn't mind seeing Willock come in instead of Joe Linton if you played Tonali and Tonali and Bruno behind him. But I just don't think we're going to go experimenting in a game this big.
Yeah.
I loved Willock in that Tottenham game, man. I'd love to see him get involved a bit more, to be honest. I thought he was an absolute breath of fresh air creatively. Yeah, I just don't think this game is the game. I think it's J7 or it is Miley. Miley did come off a very good, strong performance for the under-21s as well, man. So that's given him a little bit of backing to maybe have a start in this game. But I think me and you both know if J7's fit at J7 on that left.
I don't know, it's going to be interesting. But to be honest with you, I still think it's going to be a 4-3-3 with Joel Linton, Tonali, Bruno, and then we're going to have Barnes with Murphy and
yeah, I think that's
Voldemort. It's going to be the same way, mate. It's going to be 4-3-3. We can already see it happening. Like, I'd be shocked if I see a whole different formation.
Yeah. Well, guys, let us know your midfield three. I think the defense, I don't think any of us here in the chat needs to comment about the defense. I think that's almost nailed on. But guys, let us know in the chat what your midfield three is and your two wide players, because I think that's really the only point of debate for the starting 11. But thank you very much, Gogs. I appreciate your comment, mate. And then we have Gogs here again with a very good comment. No one wanted to manage NUFC when Eddie came in. 100%, mate. We were absolute relegation fodder. We were nailed down to go down. The club was in absolute turmoil at the time.
Just so you know as well, like what he did in that season when he first came, no team in Premier League has ever done it. We were on a 14-game winless run.
Yeah.
This guy came and turned it around, and see how we still finished 11th.
Yeah,
Mate, outstanding.
And let's not forget what he done at Bournemouth as well. The reason that Bournemouth are the club they are today is because of Eddie Howe, because of the groundwork.
100%.
That bloke was working with absolute scraps, man. He was building a skyscraper.
He brought him from League 2 to the Premier League, mate, within 4 years. He got promoted 4 times in a row. Or 3 times in a row, should I say.
100%. So the guy's got pedigree. He might not be doing it at the biggest clubs. He might not be doing it at the best clubs in Europe. But to take a club like Bournemouth, absolutely revolution. I know he got relegated in the 5th season, guys. But let's look at the first 4 seasons before that. And I still think the reason that Bournemouth are in the position they are today is because of the groundwork that Eddie put in when he was 100%. At the club. And then he comes to our club, 2 Champions League campaign from relegation fodder, our first trophy in 70-odd years. We're 3 games away from a 3rd final. So, guys, Gogs, I fully agree with you, mate. Eddie is a bloody legend of this club, and I think he is fully 100%. Deserving of that Hall of Fame. I think it's always a little bit weird when you're inducting people into a Hall of Fame when they're still in the job. I think that's a little bit strange.
Yeah, like you know what's the killer? Yeah, like you look at the table at the moment. Yeah, like Sunderland's sitting in 4th on 19 points, and we are in 14th on 12 points. Mate, it's a 7-point gap. It's a 7-point gap on Sunderland. Like, we're not out of this. We're not out of this top 4 race. We're not out of nothing at the moment. Like, it's still early on. 4-game winning streak. I mean, it's a whole different ballgame. We're probably up in bloody 3rd for all we know. Like, you know what I mean? Like, everyone's just got to relax a bit. Don't pile more pressure where there's pressure.
No, especially not unnecessary. Especially from our
it's unnecessary pressure, mate. There's no point for it. Like, this guy's just relax. Just let him get to work and let him do what he needs to do.
Yeah, 100%. We got Chrissy and everything now saying that they would give away Eddie Howe in a second for like managers like Zinedine Zidane. But
who's
this might sound Chris, the big American mag, mate, the custodian of NUFC.
Not Zinedine Zidane. Why would I go get someone that's not proven in the Prem?
Yeah, well, this is what a lot of the talk in some of these other shows that we have on this channel.
But these guys kill me. They're just lucky I'm not on the show. I swear to God, I'm about to go and blast them.
But look, man, Chris, if you're listening to this, mate, I guarantee you, this might sound absolutely bloody ridiculous, but I guarantee you Zinedine Zidane would have not done the job that Eddie Howe done in the first 4 years.
No chance. No way. Look, honestly, no, but look, you got to remember, look, Eddie Howe has done that, all right? But now it's just taking us to that next step. Is Eddie Howe the man to take us to that next step? We are not sure yet. Even though he has taken us to the Champions League, he's won us our first cup. I personally think he is the man. I think he can take us to the place that we want to be. But if it doesn't, I mean, I'm not going to go for Zinedine Zidane. I'm going to go more Ancelotti. Or I'm going to go for someone like Mourinho. You know, they're known for winning. Other than him being at Real Madrid, bloody, I think go Mourinho. Of course, I'd go Mourinho, bro. The bloke's done it. Mate, imagine how much players it will attract. You're telling me he won't attract players?
Jose Mourinho.
Yes, Jose Mourinho. Zidane. The guy. Yes, right now, yes. Zinedine Zidane. Mate, you don't do that to me. You do that on some silly comments on the show, mate.
Oh, that's a crazy take, Semi.
No, it's not a crazy take. The bloke's been in the Premier League. He's done it multiple times. I don't get why you wouldn't get Jose Mourinho in if Eddie Howe was to get sacked? Because you don't think Jose Mourinho can take us to that next stage?
No.
You don't think so?
No, not at all. Not with his recent track record, man. I think he's just lost that bloody determination, that friggin' fight.
Mate, you're just lucky I don't got the buttons on the ones that you've got. I'd be using a lot of beeps right about now.
I'm very bloody scared, to be honest. We've come at Chris for his Zinedine Zidane comments. So, guys, if we get cut off the air magically, then Chris has definitely ended our stream on us, guys, and we've been kicked off the breakfast show. So, guys, if Chris kicks us off the breakfast show, we've absolutely loved doing it, guys, and it's been a good run. But
I think he's waiting on one job. I think he's waiting on one job, which once the shirt, this is his last World Cup campaign. He's leaving. You know who's coming in. It's Zinedine Zidane.
Yes, I don't even think that is a bloody question. Yeah, so Gog's very, very good comment, mate. Very, very good. And then we've got
I just can't believe you don't think Mourinho would take us to that next step.
Guys, put in your comments. I'm just very interested to see what everyone in the chat thinks. If Eddie Howe, unfortunately, did get the sack, and Eddie Howe was no longer at the club.
What? It's like me saying, yeah, like, all right, who's the worst manager that I can think of right now, yeah? Like, who's the worst manager right now in the Prem? Probably the Leeds manager. I don't know. Yeah. Let's just say the Leeds manager.
Daniel Farr. Yeah, Daniel Farr.
Yeah, Daniel Farr. Is that what he is? Anyway, but like, yeah, are you going to go for somebody like him that hasn't done anything?
How have you gone from Zinedine Zidane and Jose Mourinho to Daniel Farr?
No. I'm trying to give you an example here. Would you go for him? Yes or no?
No, bro. What do you mean?
No, exactly. All right. So he's talking about Zinedine Zidane. He's done it for 3 years at Real Madrid that had Cristiano Ronaldo. So you're not even sure what this bloke can do, yeah? Whether he comes to us or not and he does what he does. Do you know what he can do?
This is what I brought up the point because I agree with you.
Okay, but my point is about Mourinho. My point is wherever he goes, success follows.
Where at Besiktas?
My God, look what you're looking at. You're looking at the last 3 years. Look at Tottenham.
Yeah, where was the success at Roma? At Roma, the last 3 jobs, man. He's been sacked, kicked out.
Didn't he win it? Didn't he win it at Roma? I'm sure he won the Serie A with Roma. I think he did.
Are you a crackhead? Are you
Mate, I think he did.
Bro, I will go to your house and I will cut your lawn right now for the next 4 months if he won the. That is an insane take. I'm not double check.
But I remember them celebrating about something. I'm sure they won something.
I could have been I don't even think he won the Conference League. Roma, let's just have a look at this because there's not a chance here. If you're right. Oh, the Conference League, man.
So they won something. He was there. He was this manager. They won something. At the end of the day, you can only play with what you've got in front of you. All right. Before that, he did it. Before that, he did it with Chelsea. Before that, he did it with Inter Milan. He won the Champions League with Inter Milan. This guy is a winner. He knows how to win. Don't come in and tell me Mourinho's a no-brainer. Like, oh no, I can't believe Mourinho. You're kidding me.
Bro, I guarantee you, everyone in this.
But I promise you, if you give him a contract, he'll come. You give Mourinho a contract, he'll come.
Anyway, these are all hypotheticals. I don't think we've got to worry about absolutely bloody any of it. Eddie is still in charge.
Yeah, not at the moment.
Strong stead. So all hypotheticals. But if I were to pick, it would definitely be Zidane over Mourinho.
Not Ancelotti. What about Ancelotti?
I'd prefer Ancelotti over both of them.
Yeah, I'd definitely go for Ancelotti.
100% I would. That guy is an absolute beast, mate.
Yeah,
absolute beast. Tony says, I didn't agree with some of the names in the Hall of Fame. I think you should have qualifiers to be eligible to get in, like played for a minimum of 5 years or won major trophies. Well, Tony, it would be very interesting to see why the 2 other people did get inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Mate, we hadn't won anything for 70 years. Like, I mean, are you going to just go off a 70-year period of somebody not being inducted to the Hall of Fame because they didn't win a major trophy? We won nothing. What is a championship a major trophy? Come on, mate. Like, that's when you go to press the bloody button. Press the button.
when you go on a 70-year trophy drought, mate, the bloody kit man should be up for bloody celebrations and awards. So, yeah, there's not much to celebrate for 70 years, and I think a lot of these older players are going to get shouts. But, yeah, very, very, very interesting, Tony. And we've got a gunner here, Sam. We've got someone from Arsenal, Tyrell Gunner TV. Big up, boys. A very big up to you, Tyrell, mate. A very, very successful campaign for you so far. But listen, Tyrell, mate, let's not get too excited. We're approaching Christmas, Arsenal's favourite time of the year to start choking. So let's see if you can bring it home, Tyrell, mate. But always nice to have other fans on the breakfast show on NUFC Talk TV.
Oh, yeah, of course. They're more than welcome.
More than welcome, mate. The more the merrier.
Bloody Arsenal fans.
More the merrier, as long as
not enjoying Arsenal TV, are we?
There's not enough Arsenal fan channels. He's come aboard to the real fan football channel, mate. To the real fan football channel. But yeah, big up yourself, Tyrell, mate. A very, very warm welcome to the show. Then we've got Geordie Dan. Dodgy ice / snow this morning up here in Newcastle. Walking to from the car was like traversing the ice planet Hoth. That's bloody unreal. I don't think I've ever seen snow or ice or anything up here in Australia. Have you, Sammy boy?
I don't know. I'm looking at a snowman right now, but
I'm looking sunburn as anything, mate. I can't drive the car these days without getting third degree burns.
You change more colours than anyone in the bloody world, mate. And you've all done it in one day. Started off white, it became red, then black. I don't know.
Oh, bloody purple, mate. I go bloody purple. Honestly, it's that hot here, guys, in Australia. I cannot drive 30 minutes without getting bloody third degree burns from the sun, mate. The sunburn is absolutely criminal, mate. So I think I'd honestly rather a bit of bloody snowy weather, Sam, instead of these bloody oven furnace temperatures that we've been getting lately.
Mate, it's like a sauna in my garage, right? I'm bloody dying, eh?
Oh, guys, another very interesting thing, maybe away from the pitch. But, guys, Magpies, obviously a very, very big part of Newcastle's identity is the Magpie. But, guys, I've got to ask you, in the UK, do the Magpies attack you in the UK? Do they absolutely terrorise your life? Because in Australia, we've got a thing called swooping season. So that means
swooping season, it's mating season, okay? Just to putting it out there. So it's like a full on. I think it's like 2 months of them mating. Yeah,
it's like spring. Yeah, whenever it gets to springtime here in Australia, all the magpies start getting a little bit frisky-disky, mate. They start having a good time up there in the trees, all the magpies.
They want to have a good time with us too. Let's swoop on this bloke.
Yeah, so when the magpies start giving birth and everything like that, and they're having babies up in the nest, the magpies, they turn into absolute bloody crackheads, man. They turn into absolute beast.
Bro, I seen 4 of them the other day, like killing a pigeon. I swear to God, they were just attacking. Mate, they're bad.
They're bad.
Like, I mean, why can't Newcastle United play like the bloody Magpies on Super season?
They're absolutely unreal. But yeah, so guys, the Magpies, like, they'll stay above one tree, and then any person who walks behind or in front of their tree, they come down and they'll go for your eyes. They'll try and poke your bloody eyeballs out or rip your head apart. They're bloody at night.
And they will follow you. They will just try and attack you and attack you and attack you. Like, mate, it could go on for a good solid kilometre. So you'll be hoping you're bloody fit or you're on a bike.
Yeah, guys. So yeah, we've got absolute bloody demon magpies here in Australia. So I just wanted to know if it was like that in the UK, guys. So let me know, are your magpies absolute ferocious serial killers as well, or is it just the Australian magpies? So we're dealing with.
I think they've been watching too much Halloween.
So yeah, guys, let me know what your magpies are like, because I'm very, very interesting. And then
more like Freddy Krueger, actually, with their 3 claws, mate.
When you used to ride a bike as a kid, did you put the zip ties in the helmet so they wouldn't attack you?
Nah. I just didn't ride it during spring, mate.
You never rode a bike.
I stayed away from the trees.
This fat ass man never rode a bike in his life. He wouldn't have to worry about the helmet. But Darren, elaborating on John Anderson, he did play for the club for 10 years and made 337 appearances. Mate, if you're
Mate,
playing
Hall of
for
Fame
any
for
club,
sure.
yeah,
I don't know how good it
100%.
was, but I'm assuming 336 games, it was pretty decent.
Yeah, unfortunately, being a younger Newcastle fan, mate, from across the pond, I didn't know too much about him. But I think any player who gives 10 years of service and over 300 appearances is fully deserving of that, for
Across the
sure.
pond, my God. Must be a big
Across
pond, bro.
the Atlantic, the Pacific Ocean pond. And then we've got Truls here saying, "Hey, Corey and Sam, welcome back, Truls. Very nice
Hey,
to
out there,
see
Jules.
ya. Very, very nice to see ya." And then Geordie Dan saying, "From the buzz/rumors, it sounds like they may be changing things behind the scenes. But with War Eddie, I believe it when I see it. I'm still howling, so I hope it works out." Yeah, guys, well, there is absolutely no secret at the moment that there is a 100-day review coming at the club. So a lot of positions, a lot of people at the club are probably under a little bit of scrutiny, obviously getting reviewed at the moment. Are they necessary for the club? Are they unnecessary to the club? Are they not providing anything? So I think
I
we're
still
going to
feel
see
there's going to be big changes, yeah. I think so.
100%, man. I think anything that comes out of a 100-day review, you're going to see some pretty big wholesale changes. But I think one of the ones that we will see is Shola, the loan manager, Emi Biobi, has been getting a lot of criticism. Has been getting a lot of criticism for his role at the club. I've seen a lot of fans on this channel, especially wanting to explore maybe someone in his position. So I think he might be one of the names that we see suffer from this 100-day review. But nevertheless, I think we're going to see some pretty big changes, like Semi has said.
I mean, there's already been a few, and I think there's going to be a lot more.
A few more blokes going on garden leave, mate, getting the whippersnipper out, getting the lawn trimmer out.
Come on, send them out this side, guys.
Send them out to Semi
My lawn
Ridgegrass,
definitely needs a bit of a trim, mate.
Oh, we've got an absolutely disgusting comment here from Truls, mate. Truls, you're usually very good, mate, but I'm not happy with this one. He says, Truls says, "We aren't winning against City, Everton, or Spurs, in my opinion."
That's a
Truls.
terrible, mate. That's look.
Truls.
No, I think that's. I think that's over the top. Look, I could see us losing against City, but the other three, I don't. I mean, the other two, I don't see us losing.
Especially
We will change. We will change us. Like the tide will change. Like I think if it's not the City game, it's definitely midweek. Because I don't think we're going to continue. I mean, look, we lose our next three games. I'd probably say how.
Unfortunately,
I think that's
probably bloody. I think I'm with you there. If they're straight three losses,
if there's straight three losses, out. That's it, mate. Like you're not sure what the hell's going on.
Truls, don't forget the Marseille game. We've got that coming up before.
That's what I mean. That's
Everton,
That's the three games in a row. Because that's three games in a bloody week.
Yeah. So very disappointed from you, Truls. I usually love all your comments, but that one a little bit sour, mate. But you are more than entitled to your opinion, mate. And I think a lot of people might agree with you, Truls. So you're probably not the only one thinking that, but I'm not on that boat yet, mate. Not at all. No. We've got another, I think, negative comment here. We've got Tony saying, "How did nothing with the Bruce squad until the January transfer? Players and over 100 million was spent. He gets credit, but he ain't football." Jesus. Tony, man, like, regardless of if he didn't do anything with the Bruce squad, I don't think there was many managers in bloody world football who could do much with that disastrous squad. And look, man, you can get 100 million transfer thing to spend, but that doesn't translate to success. That doesn't translate to turning the club around like he did. We've seen so many clubs, not even just in the Premier League, around Europe, absolutely waste their transfer. We've seen clubs like Chelsea, Manchester United spend billions and look no better than they did 3 or 4 seasons before they spent the billions. So, look, man, you get money, that's one thing, but to know what to do with the money, to know how to invest the money and know how to build a squad with that money, that's very big work that doesn't get the recognition that I think it deserves.
He spent 100 mil on players whenever he took over the Bruce squad. We signed 5 players. I think, from memory, it was Dan Burn, Was it? I think it was Dan Burn, it was Bruno, it was Trippier.
Well, Trips
And then I think it was
first.
Target and it was somebody else. But not all of them were starters. I think it was only 3 of them that were starters, from memory.
Yeah, well, Trips sort of.
So you're telling me 3
nice
players are going to change a whole squad? He didn't change the way most of the players were playing?
Yeah,
Brother,
I think that's pretty.
If you're not going to hit the button,
Tony.
hit the
What
button,
button would
mate.
you like me to hit,
Hit
Sammy
the
boy?
button.
The sad trumpet. What do you want, Sammy boy?
Yeah, the sad trumpet, mate. Well, give me a toilet flush. Down, mate. What is that?
Guys, it might be a little bit of a new addition here on the Breakfast Show. So for all of the beautiful comments, I'm either going to give you a or if it's a very, very, very good comment and I think it's worth it, you're going to get the very, very magical. That's only for very.
Mate, you know what?
comments.
There's got to be an addition of a bloody toilet flush. There has to be.
Well,
You got to find it.
Chris is cheaping out on all the sounds for me, mate.
Come on,
has
Chris.
only bought me 6 sounds. Chris, I need some more funding for the channel, mate. I need a toilet flush sound ASAP, mate, and I need it now. But guys, I've got one more. One more surprise for all of yous. I know we absolutely love the mighty win here on the channel. So, guys, let's take 20 seconds out of the Breakfast Show to recognize a true legend of the channel, the mighty win. Let's have a listen, guys.
Murphy and then Long Star. And ferocious makes the opposition look pathetic and atrocious. You sing this song without you.
Oh, I won't make you listen to the whole thing there, guys, but very, very beautiful.
What a mighty
beautiful singer. Look, I've heard some people compare the mighty win to Adele, an absolute songbird of his generation, a true vocalist. So it's always nice to hear Win singing beautiful, beautiful songs. We'll get back to the comments, guys, because I'm bloody far behind here tonight. I do.
You know what? As well, like, the other day I was listening to Chris as well and Win. I agreed with Chris with one thing in saying that we have expectation. So the expectation is for us to always be up there and obviously finishing in that top 4 or whatever it is, because we were never a relegation club, even though we got relegated. Do you get what I'm saying? As a club, we shouldn't be getting relegated. Maybe the team was a relegation team, but not the club itself, because Newcastle shouldn't be getting relegated. But what he was saying, I think the Win was saying something different. He's saying like Howe has given him his best years as a Newcastle fan. I get that. But there was one comment. I think you were watching with me at that time, Corey. What did he say? He said something about us like needing to go to the next level, about I think Eddie Howe leaving or something like that. He's like, do you know what I'm trying to say?
Chris and Win are live for 22 hours of the 24 hours that are available in the day. So I can't remember everything that Chris and Win say, but I do think I remember him saying that we do need to go to the next level, and if we maintain this sort of level that we're at now, it is not good enough for where our trajectory is, which I
no,
fully
definitely
agree
not.
with that. Yeah, I fully agree with that. I fully do agree with that.
But we can't wait until it's too late to when we can't make it anymore. I mean, we need to make it.
Yeah, 100%. I think there is absolutely no doubt of the expectations that we have here at the club at the moment. But look, man, we're still in a transition period. I know it's been 4 years, but to go in 4 years' time to go from a relegation team to a team who's supposed to be finishing top 4 each season, it's a big ask. I don't care how much money you have. I don't care how much spend you've got. It's a big ask for any club to do that. So
it is a big ask, but we can't keep making it and not making it, making it, not making it, making it, not making it. I mean,
there's got to be consistency.
There's got to be. I mean, we're consistently at doing that. At least we're consistent at doing something. But the thing is, we got to consistently keep making it so that way the squad keeps getting better. Otherwise, it's just going to be. I mean, like, imagine the players that would leave if we don't make the Champions League next year.
Well, I think Tonali is out the bloody door.
That's
straight.
my point, you know.
Yeah,
so, like, we have to make it again. We can't miss it.
Yeah, very, very critical. But then we've got Darren Lee, I think, commenting on the Zinedine Zidane debate that we're having a little bit earlier in the show. Darren says Zinedine Zidane is not going to change, is not going to take charge of Newcastle. Fantasy football. Stick to FM26. And the guys, I think that is our first comment that is awarding of a crowd applause. Very nice, Darren. Very, very nice. I couldn't agree with you more, mate. When I first heard Chris talking about Zinedine Zidane to Newcastle, I thought the exact same thing. I bloody love Chris with all my heart, but that is a bloody ludicrous take by the big American man, unfortunately.
No, definitely. I don't think Zinedine Zidane would be the right move for us. Like I'm telling you, I'd go for Nagelsmann more than I'd go for Zinedine Zidane. It's because he's done it at Borussia Dortmund. He's gone to Germany. Yeah. So I mean, like, and he is a very good manager. As much as I'm not saying that Zinedine Zidane isn't a good manager, but he only did it with 3 years at Real Madrid with Cristiano Ronaldo there and Gareth Bale. I mean, that is stacked side, and I get that he won Champions Leagues and that, but I mean, if he really wanted to manage, he would have managed somewhere else. But it doesn't look like he does.
All this talk about bloody Zinedine Zidane is, but it's like me saying, "Oh, I might bring Margot Robbie to my house next Friday night."
Wouldn't that be a delight?
That's the same sort of bloody comparison I've got going here. So fully agree with you there, Darren, mate. Maybe one day in the future we'll have the big Zizou at the Toon, but
mate, if that happens, I'm coming straight to Campbelltown.
Then we've got Gog saying Eddie knocked back Celtic in the Scottish League because he said he wasn't ready for management and the Celtic job wasn't for him at that time.
Well, look, he went to a bigger club.
Yeah, went to a much bigger club at the moment, mate. I think Big Ange is probably in line to go back to Celtic at the moment. I don't even know what's going on.
O'Neill's there.
Oh, is he?
Martin O'Neill. Yeah, Martin O'Neill. Yeah.
Far out.
I haven't seen him since bloody Aston Villa. I think he went to Stoke City for a bit, didn't he? After Aston Villa, didn't he?
I
think he did, from memory. I think he went to Stoke City.
Would not have a bloody clue at all. But the Scottish League is a bit bloody knackered at the moment, man, eh? They haven't had...
Yeah. But congratulations to Scotland making the World Cup. I'm sure we do have some Scots on the channel here today. So
yeah, if we do have any Scotsmen, a very, very big thing for you guys. I thought you just played bloody unreal this morning. Big
mate,
Scott
some of the goals this morning.
Bicycle kicks.
Mate, even Tina, Tina's finish was an unreal one. The halfway goal, mate. It was all happening.
See what happens when you leave that rubbish club, Manchester United. You become the Serie A Player of the Year. You're scoring bicycle kicks and you're taking Scotland to the World Cup, mate. Leaving Manchester United will do you a world of bloody good, guys. A world of good.
Give yourself an applause, mate.
That's exactly right. I'll give myself a little quick applause, guys. A little quick one. And then Darren Lee saying Jose is past it. No thanks. Thank you very much, Darren. Someone agreeing with me, mate. Semi boy, he is washed, mate. Washed like a pair of jeans after a work week. Knackered, mate. Absolutely.
You wear jeans to work? You've got the whole concept wrong, mate.
No jeans as an electrician, mate. I'll go through bloody 3 pairs of pants a week lately. I'll keep cutting them up in the roof. A nightmare. A bloody nightmare. Darren also say Jose close to the old people home as his next stage. He's getting up there, man. That's for sure. He's getting up there.
You know what? They came to St James's Park this season, yeah, Benfica. We beat them. I get we beat them. But how unlucky were they not to get a few goals on us?
I thought they were poor, man. If I'm being completely honest, I think we dominated that game.
Mate, they hit the post twice. They hit the post twice. I think Pope made 2 great saves. I mean, they were very unlucky.
That game pretty well, though, to be honest.
Yeah, but they were very unlucky not to score.
Yeah, I do agree with you. I do agree. I think if he's going to do anything,
and he's playing and he's at Benfica. That's what nobody understands. Like, he's at Benfica. He's gone to that Turkish club. I don't even know how to say their name, to be honest with you. But put him with a proper side. I'm sure he does well.
Fenerbahce. Was it Fenerbahce?
Fenerbahce. I'm not sure.
I think it's Fenerbahce. I think it was. And then Darren saying, more chance of a white Christmas than Zinedine Zidane becoming our next manager or 3-Eye Atlas attacking Earth in the coming weeks. I fully agree with you there, mate. I fully agree with you. Looks like we've got a new person on the Brecky show this morning, Shane Smith, mate. A very, very warm welcome to you, Shane. I don't think I've seen you here, mate, so nice to have you aboard.
G'day, mate.
He says, Mourinho is not at the top of the list now, Sam. Boring football. Sammy is not a happy boy. Sammy is not a happy boy. Cheer up, man. You're not always going to be right, Sammy boy.
It's not
right,
about
man.
not me being right. It's just you guys are so deluded. The whole lot of you, even you, Corey. I mean, mate, like as if you would not be happy with Jose Mourinho.
Not over Eddie, mate. Not a bloody chance on this green earth.
See, that's the problem with our fan base. I mean, you have a chance of signing one of the greatest managers to manage the game of football, and you think he's past his time. Don't tell me he's not one of the greatest managers, because he is.
Yeah, but you're not getting rid of Eddie for Jose if you had the chance. You're not.
You're telling me that if Jose Mourinho was to come in, you don't think we'd do better? No,
what I'm asking you is if you had the magical wand, you could do anything you wanted. Sam, you had a magical wand, you're from Harry Potter. And Sam wished upon a magical star one night.
I'd get Sir Alex Ferguson.
No, bro. I'm being honest. If you had
well, you said magical wand. I might as well go for the absolute magic and the magician himself, Sir Alex Ferguson.
I'm talking right now, right at this stage. If you had the chance, would you get rid of Eddie today and bring in Jose Mourinho?
Right now?
Right
no,
now,
I'm still. You're not getting it. But you're taking the whole concept out right now. I didn't say I want to sack Eddie right now.
Okay, that's all right then.
I told you I'm still Eddie in. I'm saying if we end up sacking him, I'm like he's a manager. I'd definitely put in mind.
Okay,
I don't want Eddie to go. No.
Makes much more sense. I do apologise, Sammy boy, mate. I do apologise.
I swear to God.
Be clearer, Sammy. You got to be more clear, mate, with your statements. You know, you confuse me here on the show. Bloody confuse me.
Oh, mate, you're confusing yourself.
That's not hard, to be honest, mate. It's a pretty easy task. Darren Lee says, I'm still stocking up on tin foods, waiting for this alien invasion. NASA releasing the pics tonight at 8 p.m. UK time. I think you'll see Sammy's head a part of those alien identified objects, mate, coming straight from NASA.
Yeah, because I'm out of this world, aren't
I? That's a thumbs down, mate. It's a thumbs down. Shane commenting on the Howe situation, he says, if Howe leaves for England, let's say, I'd like an innovative, hungry manager, somebody like an Iriola or a Brighton manager. I agree I agree with you, Shane. I think modern football is a different game, mate, to the game that Jose Mourinho wants.
You guys, I didn't get why we need to go for another manager that's up and coming. Just go for somebody that's already there. I mean, we've already got that manager was up and coming, has taken us to a spot. We need now somebody to take us to a whole different level. You guys want to go back to rebuilding?
I'm just saying there's much better options than Jose Mourinho, mate.
And there's much better options than those two. Come on.
In front of Iriola?
Yes. I'd take the Crystal Palace manager over him.
I agree with that 100%, but Iriola is one of the most sought after managers at the moment, bro. So
yeah, and what if he gets what do you call it? Relegated next season? Are you going to say you're going to go call him Eddie Howe?
Bournemouth's going to get relegated this season, bro. Behave.
No, I didn't say this season. I said next season. This season they've got enough points.
Absolutely behave, mate. Behave. Guys, we will probably... I was going to do a little bit of a deeper dive into the Manchester City game, but we do have about 20 minutes or so left on the show. So I think me and Sammy are just going to keep talking to all of you lovely people in the comments, guys. No one let us know about the Magpie situation yet. Do you have absolute killer magpies, crackhead magpies in the UK, like our serial killer magpies? No one's let me know. So, guys,
I think the biggest problem is Corey feeds them something as well. I swear to God, I think I seen an orange magpie the other day.
I gave it gingivitis, bro. I looked at it once. I gave the thing bloody gingivitis. Yeah, guys. So we are gonna we are gonna focus on your comments for the last 20 minutes of the show, and then, guys, very, very big things in half an hour time. We do have. We've got Win and Chris coming with a very, very close show in about half an hour's time, guys. So please make sure you stay tuned till the end of the show, and you will see Chris and Win's beautiful faces on the screens after. So Geordie Dan says, the soundboard makes people mad with power, like the one.
Mate, that's what I'm saying. Like, Corey's just taking advantage, mate. He's just lucky I don't got the bloody buttons.
I'm like a new man, mate. I just want to spin around and party, mate. I'm in control with me sound. But Chris, I need more sounds than 6, mate. You've cheaped out on the bloody soundboard for me, mate. But I'm still having a right good time with
What is it? It's probably $5 a month. Come on, Chris.
Yeah, come on, Chris, bro. Give me a gunshot or something. Bloody bomb going off. I need something, Chrissy. I need something. Kevin Hawthorne, mate. Very, very warm welcome to you, Kevin, mate. I have not seen you here. He says, good morning from Lakeland, Florida.
Good morning,
very
man.
warm welcome to you, mate. I absolutely love to see
Florida.
people
I mean, that's a bit early in the morning there, mate.
Yeah, mate. You bloody must be a bit of a night owl over there, Kevin. But what a bloody multicultural show we got going on. We got 2 bloody Aussies hosting a Newcastle United show with an American commenting, guys. Who would have thought?
That's awesome, mate. Well, welcome aboard, mate. And Hawthorne, I thought he'd be bloody down in Melbourne.
Guys, yeah, would love to see where you're all from in the world. It is absolutely unreal. So very warm welcome to you, Kevin. The One Ring. Trill's going on the One Ring again, mate. I do feel like I've got that on at the moment. Tony says, I did say or play a minimum of 5 years. I just don't think Andy Cole or Les Ferdinand should be in there. And I like Ferdinand. So Tony talking about the recent Hall of Fame inductees.
Well, I think from what we read, it was Anderson playing 336 games and Blake was there for 10 years. I mean, that's a pretty decent shout for Hall of Fame. But, I mean, Andy Cole and Les Ferdinand, I mean, they came in and they were absolute belters for us. Sometimes it's not about sometimes it's not about how long you are at a club. It's what you do at a club. You know?
Yeah.
Like, as much as an example, Alexander Isak doing what he did, he probably threw away his Hall of Fame inductee, but he would have definitely been in the shout even though he left if he left the proper way. But because he left that way, I mean, they're definitely not going to recognize him and they're never going to give him one. So
I think
he would have been a player if he was to leave. Like, honestly, if he was a player to leave early, I mean, if he left the right way to Liverpool and not do what he did, he probably gets inducted into the Hall of Fame in about 10 years.
Yeah, I agree. I think Sammy's is absolutely spot on. It's not how long you're at a club; it's what you do for the club.
It's what you do.
Yeah, and I think I'd be very surprised if I didn't see a player like Kieran Trippier getting inducted sometime in the near future. That might sound a little bit crazy, but the bloke was our first signing of this new generation of Newcastle.
100%.
Sort of the catalyst, the starting point with our major.
Man, and he's done fantastic.
Yeah, he's been fantastic. So I think we'll see players like him getting inducted in years to come.
Yeah, I reckon him. I reckon Bruno. I reckon I would have said Isak, but not anymore. But you know what I mean? Like Bruno being the captain as well. Like them 3 being the captains whenever we broke that trophy. Like players like that would definitely make it. 100%. You know?
Yeah. I think Trips is nailed on, but Bruno could also be a shout. And then we've got an update on the Magpie situation over there in the UK, Sammy boy. I've been very excited for this part. So Geordie Dan, guys, if you're just joining us for this part of the show, obviously the Magpie is a huge icon symbol of Newcastle United. And I was telling all of the lovely people here tonight that our Magpies are bloody serial killers in Australia. They love attacking you. And Geordie Dan is saying our Magpies are proper chill-like. That's a very, very big surprise, man. I thought they were going to be crackheads from all over the world, mate. So very, very surprised.
Sunday swooping mags up there, eh? Oh, jeez.
And we've got another person from not in the UK. Truls, sorry, mate. I didn't know you were from Norway. Truls says, Magpies in Norway don't attack us at all. but then again, they know we have Vikings and would eat them for breakfast. Oh, that's awesome. I don't know what it is, man. There's something absolutely dodgy down in Australia, mate. The animals absolutely want to kill you. So very, very interesting.
Mate. Yeah, that is very interesting. And congratulations on Norway making the World Cup, mate. I mean, you got a decent squad. Good shout.
And then we've got Geordie Dan saying, you call the Aussie Magpies Joe Linton.
Mate, you know what? Mate, honestly, I could give him red cards all the bloody time, mate, that's for sure. That's what Joe Linton definitely deserves most of the games anyway. Double studs up, but with a beak.
It's always awesome to see the difference between the UK and Australia. And Tony,
yeah, mate, everything down here bloody kills you.
Even the birds, mate. Even the birds want to kill you. And Tony's saying the seagulls are the ones who have attitudes over in the UK. They've got big muscles and will mug you off. The seagulls, I wasn't expecting that, eh?
You know what? I've actually been to Newcastle, so I have seen a seagull, mate. The seagulls, they're probably 3 times the size of our ones.
3 times the size of ours?
Yeah. They're pretty big, they're seagulls. But our seagulls, mate, if you got food, forget it, mate. You got to run away from them.
Yeah, they'll attack you, eh?
Mate, they'll attack you, mate, and they'll scream their heads off as well.
Alrighty, well, we will get back into the football, guys, but it was very, very good to hear all of those differences. So, Darren Lee, we've probably got another 5 minutes of the show, guys. So, get your comments in. Any last questions, guys? Just put a Q in front of that question. We wanted tonight's show to be a little bit more fan interactive. If you're just joining the show, guys, we covered the foundation dinner, the charity dinner that went on. Eddie Howe got inducted into the Hall of Fame. Obviously, big Nick Altomato scoring for Germany, as always. Then we got updates on Anthony Gordon, so he's looking a little bit unlikely for this game. Tonali is looking good after his Italy, after he was withdrawn from the Italy camp. Nick Pope has passed his concussion protocols, so that's big news. Lewis Hall also probably going to start this game, you'd imagine. And Tino and Wisa, probably not for this game, but looking like they will come back for the Everton game. So that's all the breaking news that we covered at the start of the show, guys, if you're just joining us now. But we will finish off with your comments, guys. So Satima 246, welcome, Satima. I don't think I've seen you either, so very, very welcome. They say
welcome aboard.
Yeah, exactly right. He says, if we win against Man City, it means we're sacrificing a win elsewhere. Cup game against Spurs or loss in Champo. Look, mate, I don't.
Well, we've already versed Spurs in the cup, but no, I mean, like we need to win every game. Every game you go in, you have to win. It's not about we're going to sacrifice a game here, sacrifice a game there. If we were going to sacrifice the game, it would have been in the Carabao Cup earlier in the group stage, in the knockout stages, not now in the bloody quarterfinal. But mate, if you don't have the mentality to go into every game to win, there's your issue.
That's the other thing. Just in that comment, he says, if we get a win against Manchester City, it means we're sacrificing a win elsewhere. I'm telling you, if we get a win against Manchester City, those boys are going to be absolutely, we're going to take off.
I'm telling you, I'll fly to Corey's house in bloody Campbelltown. I wouldn't even have to drive anymore. The Magpies will come swooping in.
Get a helicopter, mate, straight to Seatown, mate. Welcome aboard.
Mate, my grass is big enough, mate, to put a helicopter at the front, yeah?
Yeah. Tony saying the Champions League games have papered over the cracks this season.
Big time.
Tony, mate, 100% right. I think they've definitely given Eddie a bit more of a cushion than he would have had otherwise. But Tony, in that same vein, would we be in the position if we didn't have Champions League games? We had a bit more time to prepare on the grass each week. Like, mate, it's just, you never know how one thing.
See, that's where you look at Manchester United, and now you see them performing. Yeah, I mean that's the other thing, because they don't have anything else. They got knocked out of the Carabao Cup early, and look at them; they're thriving in the Prem at the moment. So that week preparation always does wonders, mate. By the time this guy prepares, we've got a game. So it
Well,
makes
literally,
it
he's got no
difficult.
time on the grass.
Yeah, he's got no time on the grass. So he's got like literally, he's putting his ideas in their heads, not training it.
Yeah. I fully agree
So
with
that's
you,
the problem,
Tony,
I think.
but you are right, mate. You are right. It definitely has papered over how bad this season probably has been in reality. True saying, I hope we win all of the next 3 matches in the Prem, but have no confidence in the way we're playing. You and me both, mate. You and me both.
Mate, look, if we could string a few wins in a row, I mean, it will do us the world of good, especially if we can win an away game. I mean, like, that home game, especially against Man City, is huge. But then we got Marseille coming up away, or Everton. Like, if we can win against Marseille away, I think it's going to do the world of bloody good because,
I'm pretty
mate, it's an
confident in
away
that
win,
game.
you know? Bloody oath, so.
I'm pretty confident in that
Like,
Marseille game.
see, that's the thing, mate. Like, we go into every game thinking we're going to be confident, we're confident, we're confident, we're confident. But then you go out and they perform the way they perform, and you're just like, I don't know.
Well,
It's like they're hopeless. I don't know.
well, I've come out on this channel. The game against West Ham, I did the preview with Gary and Win, and I said I am the most confident I've ever been going into a Newcastle game.
Swear.
So, mate, I swear I look like a proper right idiot. So I'm going to save all of those stupid comments for a later date. I'm not coming out with any of those bloody statements anymore. But
Just keep those up for the bathroom, mate. No, but honestly, I think we were all as confident as you were in that game. You got that early goal. You're laughing, mate. We did what we needed to do, and after that was just downfall. I mean, it was pathetic to watch, to be honest.
Yeah. Gog Singh saying, I'm sure Amanda and our chairman said at the beginning this would be a 5-year work in progress for success. Yeah, they did. That was in the initial club statement, mate. And I think at that time, I thought 5 years, I think that was a pretty short time window in terms of football to turn a club around like they have, man. So everything that we've done before those 5 years for me has kind of been a bonus. And
Mate, honestly,
yeah, man.
that's what I was about to ask you. Do you think in the last 5 seasons that we have overachieved?
Oh, guaranteed, man. Guaranteed.
Okay.
I think
So we have overachieved. So you see what the problem was? Instead of us making the Champions League that first season, as much as I loved us making that Champions League, I think the Europa League would have been so much better for us because we could build on that, build on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but at the same time, Sammy, if we didn't get Champions League football, the club wouldn't have been able to make some of the signings they did after that Champions League campaign. And I think it just put our name
Yeah, I get it.
in a
I
higher
get it.
bracket.
Yeah, I get it. No, I'm not saying I will take anything back. But what I'm trying to say is we went from being so low to just making Champions League in a space of a year. So it was a massive. I felt like what it was that didn't help us. It was such a big jump. I think if we gradually jumped it, I think it would have been better for us. But because we jumped it so quickly, it sort of derailed the next season, and then we didn't have anything, and then we made it again, and we won a cup, so on and so forth. But this season should have been a lot better because we have got the quality to do a lot better than what we are doing.
100%. 100%. I do agree with you, Gogs. That's a very, very good point, mate. And I think it is deserving of a little bit of a very, very good comment there, Gogs, mate. I like it a lot. Oh, Choppy, mate. Where have you been, Choppy? Where have you been the whole show, mate? Very good to see you, Choppy. Choppy says, if the money is there, why not spend it? Mate, there's like 45 different financial rules that probably indicate that.
No, we've got money to spend.
Yeah, I know.
Mate, you know what? You know, if we kept Isaac as an example, and we were getting the signings that we were supposed to get in, Newcastle would spend about 300 mil in the summer.
Yeah, I think. Well, obviously, we were more than willing to spend the money last transfer window, but
just nothing was landing for us.
Yeah, just due to absolutely horrible planning and organisation by the backroom staff at the later half of last season.
That's where I don't blame Eddie Howe.
Yeah, I don't blame Eddie. 100%, you can't blame Eddie Howe. That was 200% the boardroom's fault and the backroom staff. Why our summer was as poor as it was, because there was absolutely no planning whatsoever. If you've got the manager's nephew doing negotiations, you know you've gone somewhere wrong in planning, man. You've gone
Brother.
so wrong. So wrong.
Yeah, it was Eddie Howe's brother.
No, it was his nephew.
Brother.
Nephew. How much you want to bet?
Brother. I'll make $1 million
nephew.
bet. It's his
You
brother.
make $1 million bet.
Yes.
When are you going to put it into my account? This Saturday after work, Sammy, or what?
Yeah, bloody hell. Hey, just say you guys know. Me and Cos are going to be working on Saturday for the first time in like a decade.
Yeah, guys, let us know if you want to see a little bit of a vlog of me and Sammy doing a few installs over the weekend, guys. Be top quality entertainment. Geordie Dan says, we lost Isaac and it took ages to get players in. It's going to take time still and work out best to play our new players. Once it clicks, and it will, we'll be flying like an angry Aussie magpie.
I agree, mate.
That deserves.
No, I definitely do agree with that. You know why? Because I have said it. Once we do click, and if you do look at the our defense this season, we right now rank second in defense when it comes to goals as ratios to the shots and that sort of stuff. So our defense is pretty decent, but what we're not doing is attacking, and obviously the goals aren't coming for us. So once they do click the midfield and the front three, we are definitely going to be flying. Mate, like super magpies, that's for sure.
The super magpies, steroided up magpies, mate.
Bloody oath.
Geordie Dan saying, when's the mighty wind dropping? I only have eyes for BDB. Well, guys, I've got very breaking news. Win is releasing a 5-song EP titled Under the Toon. So, guys, get ready for Win's debut album coming to all streaming platforms very, very soon.
Mate. What the mighty win, mate. Far out. Got a voice like an angel. It's going to show it to the world.
Darren says, I don't know what's worse, listening to Wing sing or my daughter sing Little Donkey. Guys, Darren, get a duo going between the both of them, mate. It'll be bloody unreal. Listen, get a duo.
Mate, if you want likes and absolute views, hey, just get that going, definitely.
Oh, it's unreal. What else do we have here? Gavin says, too much is made of Premier League proven players. Look at Ilenga, Isaac, then look at Tiao. Sometimes players hit the ground running and some don't, no matter where they come from. I think that's a very, very good point, Gavin. I think players will perform not based on what league they're coming from, just based on the quality and the environment that they are in. So, very, very good comment by Dan.
No. Let's face it. When Isaac is fully fit and he's rearing and he's going and he gets going, I mean, Isaac is one of the best players in the world. And we know it. We've seen it. We've seen what he can do. I mean, I don't think I've seen anyone do what he's done to Virgil van Dijk. Why do you think Liverpool's gone and signed him? So he stops doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, the bloke used to love scoring against Liverpool.
Yeah, I think what he means is right, though. I don't think Premier League proven. I don't think there doesn't need to
No, he just didn't have a preseason, but that's his fault.
Yeah.
Like, for all I care, let him pull 10 hammies in it, even though he's only got 2, but go hard for all I care. But if he gets going, I mean, good luck to the league because they're going to be absolutely ruthless up front.
100%. Trul saying, Howe doesn't have a plan B, C, or D. That's his biggest flaw, to be fair. Yeah, I think like me.
Yeah, he's been on plan A since 4 years ago.
I think like me and Semi said at the start of the show, the 4-3-3 is probably the most adaptable formation you can play in game scenarios, and we never change it up whatsoever. It's always that static 3 in midfield. So another very good comment by you, Truls. Very, very good.
Yeah, so but even with that, like last season we did start off quite rough. So, and then we went on like a 9-game winning streak or something like that. I mean, look, anything's possible. Football is a beautiful game, and all it takes is one win for you to change everything. Hopefully, it comes this weekend. So we'll see what happens. Just in time for Christmas. Maybe we're going to have a banger of a Christmas. Let's hope so. We'll see what happens.
100%. And Semi Boy, look who has entered the breakfast show, guys. It is the one, the only, mighty win.
You really
The-
do support us. Super Shawnee loves that bit terrific and ferocious.
Oh, Mighty Win. Mate, I reckon Mighty Win. The Mighty Win likes to listen to us more than he likes to do his own podcast.
Top man, Win. Love to see you on, mate. Can't wait for
Definitely,
your video.
mate.
Guys, make sure you do stick through to the end of this video. Win and Chris will be going live as soon as this video ends, or in about 10 minutes time if we end a little bit early, guys. So make sure you do stick around for the two custodians of the channel. And then we'll quickly do with some quick fire questions, guys, because I'm behind about 20 minutes of them. So Gog says, I believe strongly, let's get our strongest 11 on the pitch and see out the second half of the season to top 5 or 6. Very, very true, mate.
Mate, we're 7 points off 4th.
Yeah, I'd be happy with the Europa League spot.
No, I will not. I said anything other than a Champions League spot is a failure of a season. It's that simple.
Far out, man. There's big expectations to finish top 4.
What do you mean big expectations? Okay, what can I ask you something? Where do you think we should be finishing this season?
Where do I think?
Yes. Where do you think we should be finishing
so far?
No. I'm not telling you based on. No, I'm not telling you based on the season so far. Based on the season so far, we should be getting relegated. But I'm saying, before the season started, where did you have us finishing?
Top 6.
Top 6. Okay, who finishes on top of us?
Liverpool, Arsenal, City.
Yeah. I can name you one more, possibly. One more.
Chelsea.
Yes, that's the team I'm thinking. So really, we should be finishing around 5th. But the way we're going on about our what do you call it, the Champions League campaign, and obviously the other English clubs in the other European competitions, we're most likely getting that 5th spot. So we should not be finishing less than 5th.
I agree with you, man, but I think you got to also take into the start of this season into account.
No,
you can't
because mate, Chelsea lost to Sunderland at home. What are you talking about?
Why are you screaming at me, Sammy? It's early in the morning.
Because, you know what, no, you guys, some of these comments absolutely kill me. No, anything less than a 5th spot and us not making Champions League is a failure of a season. It's that simple. Because you think Tonali wants to sit down and bloody go to Turkey to play in the Europa League? No, we need our players to stay. They want Champions League football. Do you want the club to thrive? We need to make Champions League again. It's that simple.
Yeah. Oh, I agree with you, mate. I bloody agree with you, but I do think we need to take into account.
No, I'm not taking anything into account, mate. No, I'm not. Go out there and get the job done. You're good enough players to do it. We've got good enough players to do it.
All right, Sammy. Well, we are getting to the end of the show, mate. I'd love to keep arguing with you on this, but we've got to try get through this before Chris and Win do go lives. Slapping a bird says, oi, oi, fellas, how's it hanging? Mandingos, are we fit and well? Mate, we're always fit and well here on The Breakfast Show. And very, very warm welcome to you, Slapping. I haven't seen you before, mate. We've had a lot of new faces this morning, guys. So
we actually have.
Very, very nice
you
to
reckon,
see.
You reckon there's a part of the, what do you call it? The Magpie swooping season as well? Like, this guy is slapping birds, bro. Oh, yeah.
Could be, mate. I don't think he's talking about that sort of bird, mate. But guys, we'll do 2 or 3 more comments, and then we probably will end the show. And we'll get ready for Chris and Win to come on. We've got Geordie Yam Yam, an absolute OG of The Breakfast Show, saying, can't believe you spoiled my morning routine listening to the mighty Win singing. Great show, boys. Mate, it doesn't spoil anything, mate. If you hear Win first thing in the morning, it makes you want to get out of bed and turn off that phone. So,
mate, 100%. Mate, just put him as your alarm, mate. Trust me, you'll be getting up. Just put the phone away from the side desk, mate.
Oh, guys. And then we've got Slapping a Bird again saying, I want to see you and Win do a duet. Something like You're the One I Want. Guys, anyway, it has been an absolutely incredible show here on The Breakfast Show, guys. Absolutely love talking to each and every one of you guys again. All of you guys in the comments absolutely make the show what it is. We want the Breakfast Show to be very fan interactive. get to talk to you guys as much as possible. So as always, guys, you make the show what it is. And me and Semi very much appreciate you. Semi boy, you got anything to say to the lovely, lovely folks before we end it?
Nah, thanks for joining us, guys. It's always a pleasure. And obviously, always hit the likes. And we'll see you guys tomorrow morning.
That's it, guys. Please hit the like button for us. It will mean the absolute world. And guys, in 5 minutes' time, do not forget Win and Chris will be going live, guys. So have
The
a
greatest
5-minute
married
break.
couple.
Yeah, the greatest married couple in human history, guys. So go get a coffee, go have a break, and get ready for those two to argue for the next 3 hours of your morning. As always, guys, we will see you tomorrow morning. We bloody love you all, guys.
Have a good day, guys.
Have a good one, guys. Bye-bye.
And UFC Breakfast.